Bill Hanekamp of The Well in Chicago, and Bill's specialty is microsites. Why don't you describe for us what a microsite is and what makes it special?
It is a smaller website. It is not the corporate website, typically with its own URL that has a very specific focus of the product or service it's trying to promote. Ideally, it's the center of a integrated marketing campaign where you're sending people to a microsite. Its benefit and what makes it special is there are so many more things you can do with a microsite from a marketing standpoint that you can than compared to a corporate site. Specifically, it is you can focus it on the selling message. Whatever it is, whether you're selling a product or service, it allows you to build a whole site similar to the way your best sales rep or your best advocate sells the product or service. You can kind of deconstruct what they do and then mirror that online. So with the microsites, so you're basically creating then a 24/7 digital sales rep. In addition to that, you can also build something that is from the ground up much more optimized for search engines. By having a URL that starts to play into that, by having keyword densities, you can therefore have a much better opportunity or chance to be ranked high in Google. So that, in a real nutshell, is what a microsite is. Trying to convince the CIO or the other stakeholders of a typical website, which also includes your HR, your legal departments, and everybody else who has a vested interest in this corporate site, to change the homepage, to change content, to do things like that. We're running up against such resistance that we said, okay, forget it. Tell you what, let us have it over here. We'll create our own URL. We'll build it from a marketing standpoint and a sales standpoint, and it has very specific marketing metrics to put against it. And you keep your corporate site. You do whatever you need to with it, and good luck with it, but we'll build a microsite over here, and that has phenomenal success. So much so that we've been doing this more so with clients, is guaranteeing the results. A single page print ad in Business Suite costs $99,500. Okay, and then it's thrown out. So to run on page 81 costs that much money. What kind of response you're going to get? And I don't mean just response like how many people want to call the 800 number, but I just mean overall as far as building awareness, getting people to act something based on the print ad. Take that same amount of money, $100,000, and put it into a microsite. Mind, you can build a pretty good microsite for $100,000. So if you build that microsite, what kind of response and effectiveness are you going to have with this thing over the long haul compared to the print ad? So economically, it makes sense. So much so, but it's still a new animal for companies, and they're still fearful because there's a lot of inertia about, but I've been doing TV and radio and direct mail forever, why do I want to change? So that's why we said, I'll tell you what, we'll guarantee you through a contingency contract that mitigates then the fears and the risk of a client. And it's like, okay, if you have skin in the game too, we feel much better, and it just makes it easier to sell it.